Tragic news concerning Carbo's former fire chief. Cary police found Rodney Murray dead inside a hotel room late last night. Officers are not releasing many details about the case. Our Dan Bowens joins us from the newsroom with more on this story. Dan?
Well, Ken, in recent months, former Chief Rodney Murray made headlines for all the wrong reasons. He was arrested for stalking and harassing his ex-girlfriend. It's a reputation friends and family members tell us tonight that tarnishes their loved one. They say their loved one is someone who served others for much of his life.
The environment has been checked.
Rodney Murray wore the uniform of civil servant for more than 35 years. He spent a quarter-century with the Chapel Hill Fire Department and most of the last decade as chief of the Carbo Department. But during the last 6 months, this was the only uniform people saw Murray wear. In May, he pleaded guilty to harassing and stalking his former girlfriend. He had been arrested 6 times since December for harassing her. Late Saturday night, Cary police found his dead body in a hotel room near RDU. Butch Williams was his attorney.
Very, very sad. It's as if a family member had been lost. But the question mark was how.
Williams says Murray was trying to put his life back together and was preparing for his next court date in July.
No one can say that it was a suicide, and much to the contrary, we're hoping and praying that they come back that it was natural causes.
He was a good, solid person.
Charles and Rodney Murray grew up together. They hadn't spoken since the arrest, but the events of the past several months are not how Charles remembers him.
The most memories I have of him when I was young, when I was probably 2 years old to 22, in that range, when you do all the family socials and all that, and he was just a good person that I always enjoyed having the opportunity to see.
Now, I did speak with Carbo Mayor Mark Shilton tonight. He had this to say about Rodney Murray. He says that, quote, he is deeply saddened to learn of Rodney's death. He says he was a faithful servant to Chapel Hill and Carbo. He said he made some mistakes in his life, but he did a lot of things right. He says he's considered him a friend and that he will miss him. Now, we should tell you that when Murray was arrested back in December, he was on medical leave because he had recently suffered a heart attack. Ken, back to you.
Dan Bowens report.